Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Unacademy Cat. So today we are going to do an interesting topic, which is binary logic. You get truth and lie based questions. Like you get these questions in CAT also, and in other exams also. Like I'll take one example, which was asked in SNAP this year. Okay, so लोग सोचते हैं कि CAT के अलावा किसमें पूछा जा सकता है. It can be asked in other exams also. Even SNAP asked a question on this uh, concept. We will take that example also, plus a few more examples on this topic, right? That is binary logic. Okay, so welcome all to this class. Right, so this is a topic which a lot of you want ki, like how to understand how to approach problems. Okay, and we will see that what is the base behind solving these kind of questions with a few examples कि कैसे करते हैं questions को. Okay, you can be a part of my Telegram channel which goes by the name MBA Karo. Right, you can either scan this code or use the link given here. Okay, and you can discuss all your doubts with me, whatever doubts you have related to academic or non-academic things related to MBA preparation directly. We are starting a batch, emerge batch for CAT 2022, which is starting on 14th of July, day after tomorrow. These are the mentors who will be taking the classes. I'll be taking strategy and orientation sessions in that section. And if you want to study from me in plus classes, you can take an Academy Plus and or Iconic subscriptions and use my referral code. This is my referral code, okay, and which gives you 10% discount on the subscription that you take. Right, you can go for Plus or Iconic subscriptions, okay, and this Sunday we have Mega Combat, which is a 60-minute test consisting of 30 questions, 10 from each section, and you can win exciting prizes in this. In order to enroll for the test, you just need to use a code, and this is my code that will can use in this. All right, so let us start with the first question for the day. So India is doing good today. So it says that after a match, there are four bowlers, and they were asked about the number of wickets they took in a match. Okay, and each bowler took one, two, or three wickets. And it is known that if a bowler takes two wickets, that person will lie, and others will speak the truth. And each of them given have given different response about the number of wickets that they took in the match. So you have to tell that who is speaking the truth out of these four bowlers. So we'll see that how to answer these questions. कि कैसे पता लगाएंगे that who is the truth teller. So in these questions, what we need to know is we should have some information. ठीक है, अगर हमारे पास कोई information है, उसी से हम पता लगा सकते हैं. See, if uh, like if I have to detect someone, right? If I have to tell कि ये सच बोल रहा है कि झूठ बोल रहा है, I should have some prior information, right? Unless I have that prior information, I cannot tell that. Okay, so we need some information from our end. So we have to find that who is speaking the truth. So which of the bowlers is speaking the truth? How do we find like who is speaking the truth? So Kane, I am teaching in English only. Good evening, Sudhir and Anjali. Okay, so see, before directly answering the question, like what is known about their statements? What can you see about the statements? Is there anything particular that you notice about the statements? So we will learn some certain pointers that how do we answer such questions. Now, if they were given a statement, right, all of them made different statements. So what does it mean? Okay, so let me ask you a question, okay, in a different way. Suppose I ask a question that has options A, B, C, D. So first person answers A, second person answers B, third person answers C, fourth person answers D. So what can you tell about them? So what can we tell about this statement, right? If there is a question with different options, right? All of them given different answers. So what happens in this? अगर सब लोग different answer देंगे तो क्या होगा? So if all people give different answers, either one of them is speaking the truth or none of them is speaking the truth, isn't it? या तो कोई एक सच बोल रहा होगा या कोई भी सच नहीं बोल रहा होगा. There are, like here I took the example of options, right? Here you have different options, right? There is no limit. Here I restricted to options so that you could understand कि अगर चार ऑप्शन है, मैंने ए आंसर किया, सेकंड ने बी किया, थर्ड ने सी, फोर्थ ने डी, तो किसी का तो सही होगा या फिर किसी का भी सही नहीं होगा, right? So either one of them will get correct or all of them will get it wrong. So similarly, if all of them are making different statements, Shami is saying 5, Bumrah is saying 6, Jadeja is saying 7, and Chahal is saying 8. So there are two possibilities, right? Either all of them are telling lie or three of them are telling lie and one of them is telling truth. That is the possibility. Either three of them are telling lie, one is telling truth, or all of them are telling lie. Okay. Now, one of the question is who is speaking the truth. So maybe one person is speaking the truth or may not be. Okay, there can be answer none also. Right. So let us take this case if all of them are telling lie. So if this is case one, this is case two. So if all of them are telling lie, what is the condition given here? The bowlers who took two wickets lied. So total wickets will be. So the question asked is what is the total number of wickets? Right. So if all of them are telling lie, what will be the total? Total will be because it is given that each what is the known information that each bowler who took two wickets lied. So if all of them are telling lie, that means total wickets will be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 8. Okay, but is it something which is correct? Is it which is correct? See, if we see this, it is giving that Chahal had said 8, right? And total is also coming 8. But if total is 8, that means this is the true thing, right? But Chahal is saying 8, that means this is contradicting. We assume that none of them is telling the truth, right? So how can Chahal tell the truth? Okay, none of them is telling the truth. Okay, so that means this assumption is wrong. Okay, because we are given that first we assume that all of them are telling lie. Total is coming as 8, so Chahal should also tell lie. Why is he telling the truth? So that means that this is not the correct one. So we will take the second case. Second case means that three of them will tell lie, one of them will tell the truth. So what will be the total number of wickets? Total number of wickets will be 2 plus 2 plus 2 because three people are telling lie. Okay. And the fourth person is either 1 or 3 because it is saying that each bowler took either 1, 2 or 3 wickets. So 2 wickets, the people who took 2 wickets lied and the others means 1 or 3 wickets. Okay. So if we say that the fourth person is telling the truth, so the total will be 7 or the total is 9 wickets. The total can be 7 wickets also. The total can be 9 wickets also. Okay. Now, out of this, one person is saying 7 wickets, right? No one is saying 9. That means this case has to be considered that three people took 2 wickets, all of them telling lie. One person took 1 wicket, and that person is telling the truth, right? So, who is telling the truth? Jadeja is telling the truth. Okay, so that's how we do this. So the learning from this question is that if all of the people make different statements, so either all of them are telling lie or one person is telling truth, right? So if all statements are different on the same thing, right? So number they are talking about the same thing. So that means either all lie or one truth. That's common sense, right? If you ask someone, that's why I took the example of that question, right? So if all of them answer different options, so either all of them will get 0 marks or one person will get 1 marks and others will get 0 marks. Okay. All right. So let us do the next problem. Okay. So this should have been Russia because these are Russian names. So a person met four friends and they were either truth tellers or liars. Okay, and these are four statements given by four people. We have to tell that which of them is how many of them are liars. How many of them are telling lie? That is the thing that we have to answer in this. Two are liars. Which two? Now here is a different kind of rational in this, right? So, in the previous one, it was about people making different statements. Now, in this case, what we are having is people are either truth tellers or liars, Now, Dimitri says Yuri and I are of different category. By category, that means truth teller or liar. So we cannot make from this, but we will have to assume something. Okay. Now, Mikhail is saying that Vladimir is a liar. Vladimir is saying that Mikhail is a liar. Okay. So if, let us say, just take an example. See, like it happens in school many times. Okay. So let us say, like a teacher catches two students, okay, and first student tells ki, like this person was, like teacher says that don't talk in the class. So A and B, okay. Now A tells ki, that B was talking and B tells A was talking. What did the teacher used to do? कोई शैतानी कर रहा था क्लास में, तो टीचर कहती थी, एक पर्सन कहता है दूसरे ने करी, दूसरा कहता है पहले ने की. सो व्हाट डिड द टीचर यूज टू डू, and why would she do that? Right, so teacher would punish both of them, right? The reason being she would not figure out, right? Because see, if let us say that Mikhail is telling truth, if Mikhail is telling truth, then Vladimir is a liar, okay, and Vladimir is saying Mikhail is a liar, but we assume that Mikhail is telling truth, okay. Now if we take other case, let us say that Vladimir is telling truth, right? So if Vladimir is telling truth, Vladimir is saying that Mikhail is a liar. Now, Mikhail is saying that Vladimir is a liar. That is not possible because we have assumed that Mikhail is a Vladimir is a truth teller. Okay, so either one of them is telling truth, the second is lying. Okay, so one of them will tell truth, one of them will lie. So that is fixed. So whenever two people blame each other, one of them is speaking truth, one of them is telling lie, we cannot find who is who. Okay, so this is one learning, that if two people blame each other, that this person is liar, second person says this person is liar. So that is a statement, we cannot determine who is telling truth, who is telling lie, but we know that one of them is telling truth and one of them is telling lie. Okay, so one of them is a truth teller, second is a liar. Okay. Now Dimitri's statement says that Yuri and I are of different category. So let us assume that either or, right? So either Mikhail is telling truth or Vladimir is telling truth. Okay, so one truth teller hoga, one liar hoga. Now the next statement is Dimitri is saying that Yuri and I are of different category. So in truth and lie, we assume also. Sometimes we assume that this person is telling truth and then accordingly find out, right? So if we assume that Yuri and I are of different categories, so let us say कि Dimitri is telling truth. So let us, for one instance, let us assume कि Dimitri सच बोलता है. So if he is telling truth, then Yuri and I are of different category. That means Yuri should be liar, because different category means he's a truth teller, he should be a liar. Okay, so if we assume this statement is lying. Okay, now if we look at Yuri's statement, Yuri's statement is saying at least two of us are truth tellers. Okay, now he is a liar. He's saying that at least two of us are truth teller. Now how many truth tellers are there? One is Dimitri. Okay, and one of them is also a truth teller. So, if we consider them is a liar, he cannot be a liar because his statement is turning out to be true. Okay, his statement is turning out to be true because he's saying at least two of us are truth teller. One truth teller is this, another is one out of these two. So, how can he tell the truth if he's a liar? So, that means our assumption is wrong. Okay, so we assume something. If that is like eliminated, that means our assumption was wrong. So हमने क्या माना था कि Dimitri truth teller है. अगर वो truth teller होता तो ये liar होता, but his statement is turning out to be true. So that means that this person is a liar. Okay, Dimitri is a liar, he is not a truth teller. Okay, so Dimitri is a liar, and he says Yuri and I are of different category. So he's a liar, so he will tell a lie. They both are of the same category. Okay, so this person will also be a liar. Okay, so if he's telling lie, He's saying that they are of different category. That means we have to consider his statement lie. If his statement is lie, then this person is also lying. Okay. Now Yuri's state we want to verify. So let us verify that at least two of us are truth teller. No, his statement is false because only one truth teller. Okay, so that means Dimitri is a liar. Okay, Yuri is a liar, and one of them is also a liar. So there are three liars. Either M or V. No, D is also a liar. Y is also a liar. Dimitri is a liar. Yuri is a liar, and one out of Mikhail and Vladimir is a liar. So there are three liars. So just repeating again. Okay, Mikhail and Vladimir, I think the case was clear that one of them is truth, one of them is lie. Okay. Now, if we consider his statement to be true, then he should be a liar. If we take him liar, his statement turns out to be true, right? So we cannot have him as a liar. There should be no contradiction. If we are considering a person to be a liar, his statement should be lie. Like in previous question we talked about those Chehal. He was, we assumed we got him as a liar, but his statement was coming true. So that should not happen, right? So whatever is uh, like we are getting him as a liar, his statement cannot be true. So that means our assumption is wrong. So we start with liar. So if we take him liar, in that case, he's saying that they are of different category. That means they should be of same category. So same category means two liars. Now we check his statement that is fitting in this condition. So that's why there are three liars. Okay. So next करते हैं. There are three boys, Amber, Babar, and Charles. They make different statements. Okay, and one is an alternator out of this. Now, what happens in an alternator cases? Right now, we talked about truth teller and liars. So, truth tellers always will tell truth, 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 truth. Whenever you ask them, they will tell truth. Liars will always tell lie, 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 lie. Now, alternator is either truth, lie, truth, lie, truth, lie, or it could be lie, truth, lie, truth, and so on. So alternately, they will tell truth or lie. Okay, so that is you need to consider for alternator. So for alternator, remember that there are two types. One is first alternator कहते हैं, नहीं पे second alternator कहते हैं. First alternator is the person who speaks truth in the beginning. Okay, so unless specified, like you have to consider both cases that it can be either one, right? It can be this also or this also. Okay, so we are given that they make two statements each. So for one person is a truth teller, so both will be truth. One always lies, so both will be lies. And alternate, it will be truth lie or lie truth. Okay, and we are given their profession also: dentist, lawyer, and architect. How do we identify such problems? So I'm taking different kinds of problems, and in what scenario, how do we identify? Like the first case I told you, if all people make different statements, that means one of them is telling truth or all of them are telling lie. If two people are making allegations on each other, only one of them is telling truth, second person is lying, we cannot determine. You have to tell who is the lawyer in this. But is the lawyer, Charles is the lawyer. Okay. You have to tell lawyer, not liar. Okay. Noticing Babar is the lawyer. So there is an interesting statement in this which helps you determine the starting point. See, remember one thing that whenever a person says, I am a liar, right? That is a point that you can use to identify that whether is a person is telling truth or lie. So tell me, if a person says, I am a liar, what kind of person will that be? Will a truth teller say, I am a liar? अगर वो ट्रूथ टेलर होगा वो आई एम अ लायर बोलेगा? कोई भी अगर ट्रूथ टेलर होगा वो ये नहीं बोलेगा आई एम अ लायर. ठीक है. So he cannot be truth teller because truth teller will say I am a truth teller, right? Will a liar say I am a liar? Liar बोलेगा I am a liar. A liar will also not say I am a liar because if a liar says I am a liar, he is telling truth. Okay, अगर liar बोल देगा I am a liar, he is telling truth. So how can he say the truth? So that means he is an alternator. Now this is a false statement of an alternator. So remember this: if a person says I am a liar, that is always a false statement of an alternator. ये हमेशा ध्यान रखना कि whenever you get a statement like this, ठीक है, that I am a liar, that is always a false statement by an alternator. ठीक है. So this is a false statement, this is a true statement. Now this is a alternator. Now Babar says Charles is a dentist, right? So Charles is a dentist. Now if Charles says I am not a lawyer, he is telling truth. Okay, because he is a dentist. Okay, so Charles must be the truth teller and his both statements should be true. So if his both statements are true, Amber is a liar. We know that one of them is alternator, one of them is truth teller, one of them is liar. Okay, so that means Amber is the liar. So Babar is a lawyer. That is false. Okay, Babar is not the lawyer. Now Babar is not the lawyer. Charles is a dentist. तो डेंटिस्ट है. ठीक है, ये लॉयर नहीं है. सो अंबर विल बी द लॉयर. और ये बच गया तीसरा, आर्किटेक्ट, ये हो जाएगा. ठीक है. आई एम एन ऑल्टरनेटर, दैट इज ऑल्सो फॉल्स बिकॉज ही इज अ लायर. ओके, सो द क्वेश्चन इज हु इज द लॉयर, दैट इज अंबर. So that is another variant of question wherein if a person says I am a liar, remember that the person is speaking false in that statement and that person is an alternative because a truth teller will never say I am a liar. A liar will always never say that I am a liar. Okay, so that's how we get this, right? Okay, so for Unacademy Plus subscription, you can use my referral code. Okay, and that gives you discount on the subscription plans. So we have two kinds of subscriptions. One is Plus and Iconic subscriptions. Plus is wherein you get access to the paid courses and like mock tests and PDF also. Okay. And for Iconic subscription, you get live one-on-one mentorship also. So if you want mentorship from me related to your MBA preparation, you need to use my referral code. Okay, so that includes not only the classes but also monthly mentorship sessions, expert guidelines, GDPI and BAT preparation help. Okay, plus all these plus benefits that you have. Okay, so if you want this iconic subscription and mentorship from me, you can use my code for this. How Babar is architect and not lawyer? So Babar is a lawyer. That is false, right? So he cannot be lawyer, right? So he has to be architect because Charles is already a dentist. This is true. So Charles is a dentist. He cannot be lawyer, so he has to be architect. All right. Now this question was asked in Snap this year, 21, 22. You can call it this year, January. I think the exam was held. Then this question was asked. Right. So Anita has three daughters, Tina, Meena, and Reena. One of them stole cookies from the kitchen, and when inquired, they give the following responses. Right. So Tina says, "I'm innocent." Meena says, "I'm innocent," and Reena says, "Meena stole the cookies." So now it is known that only one of them spoke the truth. Okay. So that means you have to find who stole the cookies. So in other exams also apart from CAD, you can expect questions. This was asked in SNAP this year. You can expect such questions in IFT, even in NMAT, okay, SNAP and all. So Tina, Meena or Reena? Only one of them spoke the truth. Stole the cookies. Tina, Meena or Reena? So now two of them are saying I am innocent, right? So two people cannot speak the truth. One of them has to lie, right? It is given that only one of them spoke the truth. Okay. So that means if both of them cannot speak the truth, one of them has to be lie. So it has to be out of Tina or Meena. Okay. So Reena means Reena cannot be the one. Okay. So let us say that Tina is speaking the truth. अगर टीना ट्रुथ बोल रही है, so that means Meena has to lie, right? So if so, one of them will speak the truth. So let us say Tina is speaking the truth. So Tina is saying that I am innocent. So yes, I am. Then Meena is saying I am innocent. That is not possible. So Meena should steal, right? And Reena is saying that Meena stole the cookies, right? Now, in this case, this is also coming out to be true. If we consider that Tina is speaking the truth, and Tina is saying that Tina is saying I am innocent. So we will consider that suppose Tina is telling the truth. So Meena cannot speak the truth, right? So Meena should be the culprit. But Reena is also saying that Meena stole the cookies. Now we cannot have two statements true. Okay, so that means that Tina is not speaking the truth. Okay, so let us say Meena is speaking the truth. So if we consider Meena speaking the truth, that means Tina should be the culprit, right? And she should be innocent. She's innocent. Okay, and Reena is saying that Meena stole the cookies, right? So that is also false, coming as false. So that means that justifies that Tina is someone who stole the cookies. If we consider Reena's statement to be true, right? So if we consider Reena's statement to be true, so Meena stole the cookies. Now Tina is saying that I am innocent. So it is not possible simultaneously because as per her, Meena is the culprit, right? But we cannot have both of them as this. Okay, so we cannot have two statements, which is not possible. Okay, so we get that Tina is the culprit. Okay, now let us do a long question, like long in the sense that जिसमें multiple questions पूछे जा सकते हैं. So it says a commentator made five cricketers. They are top five rankers in the world, and they had to give certain statements, and they made these statements. And so he spoke to Rishabh, Steve, Marnus, Joe, and he did not speak to Babar. And it is also given that each player made one true and one false statement. So that means all of them are alternatives in any order. Okay, it is not fixed that in which order they are speaking in the right way. All of them will make one true and one false statement. So can you guess why he did not speak to Babar? So I hope none from Pakistan is watching this. It's just a joke on Pakistani cricket team. And they don't know English, isn't it? So he spoke to four people and they gave two statements each. One statement is true and one statement is false. So we have to find out that basically they have asked three of the questions. Okay, so we have to answer these questions. मतलब सबकी रैंक निकालनी पड़ेगी कौन किस रैंक पे है. So how do we start in such questions? ठीक है जैसे कहीं पे था कि I told you that I am a liar is one starting. So in all these kind of questions, ठीक है, we generally have to find one starting point. And if let's say you are given a lengthy question like this, what should be the starting point? Do you find any contradictory or kind of statements here? So that should be the starting point. So I'll give you a hint. Okay. So whenever two people talk about same thing, okay, like if they give contradictory statements or like they give some statement like either blaming each other or something related to among themselves, if they make some statement, that should be the starting point, one of the starting points. Okay, like in the previous case it was uh, like Steve and Marnus. Okay, Steve कह रहा है कि मार्नस की रैंक बेटर है, मार्नस कह रहा है स्टीव रैंक की रैंक बेटर है. So that means one of them will be true, one of them will be false. So take any one of the true Any one of them as true and then try to solve it. Because when two people make contradictory statements, right? Steve कह रहा है मानस की रैंक बेटर है, मानस कह रहा है स्टीव की रैंक बेटर. Okay. Second rank is Steve. Babar's rank 4. Okay. वैसे फर्स्ट पे कौन चलता है अभी जो रूट राइट. जो रूट फर्स्ट है आई थिंक एक्चुअल रैंक आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एक्चुअल रैंक. जो रूट इज फर्स्ट फॉर श्योर. सेकंड इज आई गेस मानस लबुशेन. स्टीव स्मिथ शायद थर्ड होगा मतलब टॉप 5 यही है. बाबर इज आई गेस फिफ्थ राइट नाउ. नहीं ऋषभ पंत है फिफ्थ. Okay, so let us see this. As I said that we have to start using this, right? So he's saying Manas rank is better, Steve's rank is better. So let us say Steve is speaking truth. So let us try Steve. So suppose this is true, this is false. So we know that each of these cricketers made one true and one false statement. So this should be false, right? If this is false, I am not the first ranker. That means Steve is rank 1, right? Now, if he is the rank 1 and he's saying Marnus rank is better than mine, so वो तो contradictory हो गया ना. If he is rank 1, how can Marnus have better rank than Steve? रैंक 1 से ऊपर कौन हो सकता है? कोई नहीं हो सकता. वन रैंक 1 से बेटर नहीं हो सकता. So if we consider this as true and this has to be false because one true and one false, right? So if it is false, Steve is 1 and Marcus cannot be better. So that means our assumption is false. ठीक है, हमारा assumption गलत है कि हमने इसको true माना और ये false के basis पे ये 1 आना चाहिए, but this cannot be true. So that means ये false होगा, ये true होगा. Now he is not the first ranker. This has to be true. So he is not the first ranker. वो first के अलावा कुछ और हो सकता है. Manus rank is better than mine. That is false. So यानी कि Steve's rank is better than Manus, right? So Steve will be ahead of Manus. ठीक है, अब कहाँ पे है that we do not know. Then his second statement is that Rishabh's rank is better than Babar's rank. So that is false. So that means Babar is ahead of Rishabh. Okay, so Steve is ahead of Marcus, Babar is ahead of Rishabh. Okay, now let us look at these statements. Can we find out any more thing from this? So we know that Steve is ahead of Marcus because it is saying that this is true and this is false. So Rishabh is ahead of Babar. Now, can we find anything? Any statement out of these remaining ones? Now read this first statement by Rishabh. Rishabh is saying Babar is the first ranker, fifth ranker. Okay? We just now said that Rishabh is better than Babar is better than Rishabh. Okay? Babar Rishabh se better है. Now how can be Babar fifth? Because There are five players, right? So Babar cannot be fifth. So this is false. If this is false, this will be true. ठीक है? ये false है तो ये true होगा. So Joe is the first ranker. So Joe की rank 1. ठीक है? Now we have to find out. We found out the true false about three of the statements, right? We have to find for Joe. So Joe is saying Babar is not the fourth ranker, and he is saying that my rank is better than Rishabh's rank. So can you identify which is true out of these statements? Can you identify? किससे पता लगा सकते हैं? See, from this statement, we already know Joe is the first ranker, right? So if he says my rank is better than Rishabh's rank, we cannot tell about this statement, but we can tell about this rank that this is true. Because see, in these questions, we use the information that we know to identify whether a statement is true or false. Like for example, इस statement की हमें कोई knowledge नहीं थी, but इस statement से पता लगा सकते हैं because we know that he is rank one. Okay. Similarly, यहाँ पे भी हमने क्या किया था? We knew this thing that Babar is not last, so that's why we told that this is false and this is true. Okay, so we keep adding information to us and then accordingly find out which statement is true or false. So from this statement, we find out that this is true, so this should be false. Now, if this is false, Babar is not the fourth ranker, so that means Babar is fourth ranker, because it is false, right? He's saying not the fourth ranker. So we know true false सबके आ गए. Now let us find out the ranks. So Babar is anyway fourth ranker, that we know. ठीक है? Babar's rank is 4. Now we know that Rishabh is after Babar. ये हमने यहाँ निकाला था ना कि Rishabh's rank is better than Babar's rank. That was false. So Rishabh has to be 5. Rishabh is 5. Now Joe is first. That is already known to us. Steve is better than Marnus. So Steve will be second and Marnus will be third. So this is the rank of 5 players. Is it clear? Did you get the same ranks? Yes, you said that. I think you got the same ranks. What about Kane, Preet, and others? ये यही ranks. लास्ट वाला रिपीट कर दो. लास्ट वाला क्या? I mean last statement or I didn't get it. ये रैंक आई 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so I think you will get the same ranks. Okay, so this will satisfy all the conditions here, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 ranks. So the first question is, what is Babar's rank? Babar's rank is 4. Okay, who is ranked second? So second rank is Steve. Okay, so actually I think Manas is second rank. Reality maybe. Which of the following statements is true? Okay, Rishabh's rank is better than Steve's. So Rishabh's rank is 5, so that is false. Joe and Marnus have consecutive ranks. Joe and Marnus do not have consecutive ranks. All the statements made about Rishabh are true. ऋषभ के बारे में क्या statement है? Rishabh's rank is false, so that is made about Rishabh is false. One of them is false, so not all are true. All statements made about Babar are false. Babar के बारे में, so this is false statement. Then Babar's false statement, right? So all statements about Babar are false. Okay, so yes, you got the right answers. Okay, so this is how we solve for the different people. Okay, so that is one another way to solve questions wherein see it is about starting point. अगर starting point मिल जाता है, you know how to proceed. Then you have to assume something. कहीं पे assume करना पड़ेगा कि true or false है. Accordingly, you find the next step, right? So you if things turn out to be contradictory, you know that our assumption is wrong. Okay, in this case, it was simple because we were able to identify one of the two sentences, right? एक true और एक false हमें पता था. Like in case of Rishabh, we know the first statement is false. So second would have been true. Similarly, in case of Joe, we knew the second statement is true. So we were able to find out that the first is false. Okay. So contradictory statements are one of the ways. So the essence of this question was contradictory statements. These two statements are contradictory. So that's how we start in these questions. Like I am a liar, contradictory statements, different statements. So those are the links where you have to identify and find that who is telling the truth or false. Okay. So we have this mega compact on Sunday. So you can enroll in this by using my code. It's a 60-minute test consisting of 30 questions, so 10, 10, 10 from each of the three sections. Okay, and the rank 1 to 50 will get 50% scholarship on Academy subscriptions. Okay. And for Unacademy Plus and Iconic subscriptions, like just tell you about Plus subscription, what it is getting access to all the live classes, Plus classes, then test and quizzes, mock test, and all those things, digital notes, etc. You get in Plus subscription. And in Iconic subscription, apart from Plus benefits, you get one-on-one live mentorship, expert guidelines, GDPR RAG preparation. So if you want this one-on-one mentorship from me, you can use my code PR10, right? So you can get that mentorship related to MBA entrance exam preparation. Yeah, not only CAT but also other MBA entrance examinations and GDPAT preparation related stuff as well. Okay, so if you are willing to take the subscription, you can use my code and get the discount on the subscription plans. Okay, so yeah, that was for today's class. That was based on binary logic. So I'm taking some important sessions for CAT on an Academy app as well. So you can follow me there as well and attend my classes. And I'll be starting my plus classes very soon. So please attend those as well. Right. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the class. So please don't forget to like the video and